To celebrate the 2022 International Women's Day this year, ACSDSD and the College of Management at Mahidol University will present life and work story of women from different corners of the world. In this story, we are going to share with you a story of Professor Ngan Collins, an academic in the area of employee relations and human resources, a Vietnamese Australian academic who've been working in Australia, Vietnam, Laos, and different other parts of the world. The story will be uplifting in terms of how could she manage life and work commitment living in the bicultural kind of setting. Hi everyone, welcome to the celebration of the 2022 International Women's Day at the ASEAN Center for Sustainable Development Studies and Dialogue. Really a great honor for us to have Dr. Ngan Collins with us today. Hi Ngan, how are you?
Hi, Professor Nat Pipa. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And first of all, I could like to thank you very much, Professor Pipa, to invite me to have this conversation in a very special day. Today is International Women's Day, the day that reminds us about the role of female in our society and the contribution that female have done to gender equality. So that's meaningful for me to talk to you today, Nat.
Really, that's uplifting, your statement. On this particular day, we have 3 questions on our selected leaders, and you are among them. Okay, my very first question, Ngan, can you tell us more about yourself as a woman, as a leader, or your contribution as a woman, please?
Thanks, Nat. I am the Vietnamese woman that migrant from Vietnam to Australia, and I'm based in Melbourne now. I live here for 30 years, and I have 2 children. One is university now, and one is high school. I have worked as academic in universities in Australia for more than 20 years. I have published intensively in the area of employment relations, human resource management in Asian emerging economies. Recently, I was appointed as a associate professor in business college at MIT University. So I think that's
where we met and worked together for over a
decade. Yes, you are. We work together for decades, and I still miss your friendship and your very productive discussion at work and research in ASEAN and genders and many topics that you have contributed to our school back in the day.
Thank you. Likewise, Dr. Ngan. As you are one of the top scholars and researcher in the area of work and IR and work-related issues, I'd like to ask your opinion on the challenge for women at work. In your opinion, do you still see any challenges in relation to work and gender?
Nat, thanks for asking me that question. Is a really important question we would like to discuss us today in a special day today. For me, is the challenge for females as workplace, especially for Asian females, because we here is a forum for Asian countries. That's an ongoing challenge. I find that because I'm a researcher on about the work and relation at work and human resource. So through my own experience as the Asian female migrant in Australia, and have lived, studied, and worked for many years here. So I see that for me, for my own observation, there are 2 different levels of challenge for females. The first is challenge back in ASEAN society for the females, that the females workers or employees always be seen as we need to play 2 roles to fulfill the family obligation and also to fulfill us employees. So when I say that, it means that at the at the family, as the pressure, not just come from the family, the pressure and obligation, expectation from the community about the role of female. So you need to be a good mother, a good wife, and a good daughter and good daughter-in-law.
It's intersectional, isn't it?
Yeah, so you're not just, if you married, of course, most of us who female marriage, and then you have children and you become a family, the key caretaker in the family.
Right.
So you take care of your children, like take children to school if they go to school, when they're sick, when they like basic household tasks as a mother, and also as a wife, you take care of your husband or your partner, and then you also need to take as a in the Asian context, based on our research. Apart from normal for female role in ASEAN, also expectation from the community that you need to take care of your extended family, your elderly parents, your elderly parent-in-laws, and your in-law family. In the same time, in the modern world, when half of the workforce, national workforce, are females, so we are required to work as productive, as male colleagues, to be able to continue our ongoing position or get to promotion and career development. So that's the key challenge I think. And also, apart from that, in my case, and also represent for many Asian female in Australia, or who live in the West, who live in foreign countries, that we also face with discrimination, racism. For example, we face that daily, okay? For example, if us as an Asian female drive car on the street, if we did a very small mistake, we be yelled at terrible Asian female driver.
So you've got two points, Asian and woman.
Yes. Or if at school, for our kids, for example, we care so much take serious about our children's education, and we've been called a tiger mom. Why the Caucasian mother also care the same level, but they never title anything. But for us, tiger mom. So
right.
So
absolutely.
And then at workplace, of course, the discrimination or racism at workplace is more sophisticated and hardly for normal people can see. However, majority of rule, regulation, and policy that established at workplace by men, mostly by Caucasian men, who have different belief, different understanding, and different expectation about work performance. So they issue or establish those rule or regulation based on their own belief, based on their expectation, not based on the Asian female migrant like us. You see? So when we cannot perform in that level, because we also wear two hats, the duty, family duty, and the workers, Of course, the organization always look at performance. Our work performance is the key driven for our whatever they assess us, So when any action, any practice that are not fit in with expectation of those policy, those regulation, and those rules, could be challenged. And it's become the discrimination issue, maybe start in a very small issue, but can be become more difficult for Asian female in the workplace if those differences, if those challenges that confront or impact on the benefits of the mainstream group.
Absolutely.
I think, Nat, you here with us for so long. I think whatever I say, Nat, you fully understood me. I didn't say anything that different. That observation I have for my own life and for my research, very common. And that's a challenge that as an Asian female we are facing.
That's compelling. You know, I remember we have this kind of conversation sometime at work coffee area when we discuss issue, and to my not to my surprise to hear the story. Now, I still think what we aim to see is changes in the next generation, but we understand that it might take time, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's take time. I need knowledge that living through both society in Vietnam when I grew up, and I have my first education and moving to Australia and continuing to travel around Asia to do my research in last 20 something years. I acknowledge that the society are changing. We live in modern society. The gender issue were very concealed, but now open up for us to discuss, and many good action from the government, from the workplace, from the big organization and so forth have pushed toward the gender issue. I acknowledge that. However, this is ongoing battle, ongoing struggle that we need to knowledge, and we need to keep doing. And also talking about that, we also talking about glass ceiling at workplace, for example.
Yep.
For the group of people that not fit in with the mainstream. So we also want to come up with in your career development, and we somehow the glass ceiling there we couldn't see, no one can see it, but they dare to bury you. You cannot get through. But if the young female or any strong person want to get through, want to be a great leader, you have to find a way how to break through that glass ceiling.
Yeah, and in many circumstances, that means you have to conform to the the pattern that, let's say, generic men in that organization has created, right?
Yeah.
Wow, very, very, very inspirational, Ngan. My last question to you is, what would be your message to young girls or the new generation who are also struggling in terms of gender equality? What would you say to them on the International Women's Day?
For me, like I just said, I said that this morning I have breakfast with my daughter, who's not like the final year at university, the young females, and she also very strong on genders, and maybe she take up from her mother. We discuss about it. We discuss about it, exactly what you asked, Nat. I think that for the young generation, for young women or young female, whether the university student or the college, the one work at the workplace, there are the opportunity and challenge for you if you want to be a leader, if you want to persuade your career, if you want to have the career that develop and you're passionate about that. The challenge is to talk about opportunity first. Yeah, the opportunity is because the world are open, as we know that many movements to promote the gender equality, promote the role of female, and support the movement that are happened in expand the last couple of years. Yeah, that Me Too and other movement.
Right.
So that's opportunity. So, and also the young generation, the male young generation also have education that educate them to understand the equal opportunity for their female friend and their sister and sibling as well. So that's a changing mindset in the society, also in the workplace. However, there are the ongoing challenge. Because it's if you don't fight, if you don't be strong and believe in yourself and fight for that, no one gives you. Okay, the first thing that you need to believe that you can make a difference, and also you need to be strong, be a strong believer, and change your belief into action. And you believe what? Believe in you equal, you good enough. And you entitled to be a leader if you're good enough. You prepare yourself for the ongoing struggle and ongoing fighting. And that's it. If you don't prepare yourself, no one gives it free to you. No, not something. No, it's not. And also you need to prepare yourself to change the stereotype about female roles and your obligation, your duty. That have to be changed. And if you got a partner, if you got a husband, you got a boyfriend, you need to tell them that you equal with them for any single duty and roles at family, also in the society. If you accept that you have to take more duty at home, you accept that you have to take care of your parent, your family more than your husband, that's you're wrong. So then you need to change yourself. And you change yourself and you accept the equal, not just the empty words or the policy, but so in within yourself that you need to accept that you need to let that go. You need to, if your husband didn't bath or didn't take care of your children like the way you wanted, you let it go. You can't just say, okay, he doesn't know how to do it, I have to do it, and then I go to work. No, you can't do that. You need to believe in man as well. Believe in man and believe in yourself and believe in actual gender equality. And only you be the strong believer, you can change the world. If you don't believe, you don't act on that, and you go to workplace, you want to change, is impossible.
Wow.
That's the advice.
Tremendous. It's about mindset, Ngan. I love the message you share with us. Well, this is really a great honor indeed for the center and for young generation and women in ASEAN to listen to these powerful messages of these ladies, leaders we select in this program. So Professor Collins, thank you so much indeed for your time and generosity to be with us at today's shows.
Thank you, Professor Nat Pipa, for allowing me to have a good conversation today.